In the summer of 2018, my wife and I found out that we were expecting our first child. That realization told me that I needed to be healthy and be prepared to be a father. And so a part of that was me kind of taking a proactive stance on my health. When doing so, I went through some weight loss and working on my diet and exercise. And after I had lost a considerable amount of weight, I noticed blood in my stools, and I went and got a colonoscopy done shortly thereafter, where they found out that I had a sizable tumor in my colon. Camille was only 2 months old, and we were not expecting something like this, especially at 32 years old, to be told that I had a large mass in my colon.
We were, 6 weeks postpartum, I think. He decided to get checked out. But then she said, we noticed an abnormal mass. And we looked at each other and time seemed to freeze. The doctor comes in and, does the pleasantries and says, so it is cancer. And my knees felt like they were going to buckle under me, and I just froze.
Being a first-time parent and having to give up the idea that I can be the superhero dad and, do all the things I planned on doing in my head and being a father, right when we got told, was also the idea that fertility issues may come up in the future due to the treatments. And started a new job in July, and I literally got my diagnosis the same day I had my interview with my new job. But yeah, there's things that always have gone through my head, and they still go through, whether it's who's gonna shovel the snow because I physically can't with my hands. How does Jerica get a break from Camille when I can't physically do the things that I wanted to? That was always really hard, of feeling like I was a burden to my family and to those around me.
There were definitely some days when I thought I was drowning. Some days I really struggled. And some days I know I fell flat on my face.
Being able to understand what's gonna happen takes a lot of stress away from you. And I can tell you right now, stress has been probably just as painful as the cancer itself.
Jenny and Rachel were amazing. We talked to Jenny and Rachel early on in our journey, just kind of about preserving fertility and, what our future family could look like. And
the biggest thing that we try to do for our patients is first make them feel comfortable and helping them understand what is to come. I think if you can relieve anxiety, especially as they're getting started and if they have an idea of what to expect, I think that can make a really big difference.
Sometimes the littlest things can change how you feel and how you handle a diagnosis. The littlest thing could be, again, it could be a smile from Jenny. It could be the information from Rachel. It could be this aromatherapy packet that they stuck on my gown when I had surgery that helped kind of relax me when I was nervous about sleeping in the hospital bed or kind of getting used to the aftermath of surgery. Those little things that people don't often think about. John Stoddard does think about that, and those are the little things that help you look on to the next stage of treatment.
I think it's so important for patients to have all these resources.
If I didn't have the Nurse Navigator program or the AYA program, I would be very nervous. I'd be very scared. Just being able to understand things better, I couldn't imagine having to go through that. The stress and anxiety that it would cause, just trying to live life and get through the day to day.
The resources are invaluable, and really the generosity of others making that possible makes our lives and our journey through cancer that much easier.
The dollars that come in for this, they give us dignity. It helps us get through the things, the intangible things that you don't often think about when you think about going through a health diagnosis like this.